I just want to welcome everybody tonight to our Team Fearless call. I'm super excited to have you guys all here tonight. I just wanted to go over a few announcements before we get started. Just a reminder, I put a video up today talking about a Push to Diamond group. If you're interested in that, go watch that and send me a message, and we will get you in there. We'll do what we have to do. And you know, it's still the middle of the month, so you guys have tons of time to hit Success Club. I have been hearing from so many people that they're frustrated because they haven't gone anywhere. It's Team Cup. You guys have like almost or 19 days, 20. I don't do math, but you know, you have like 2.5 weeks still. There is so much time to hit Success Club, and tonight we're going to be hearing from 3 coaches that are fairly new that have been either hitting Success Club or hit Success Club their first month, and they are going to share with us their tips. So we have Lisa, who last month she hit Success Club 6, and then we have Ashley, who she hit Success Club 14, and Brooke, she hit Success Club 7. So I am super proud of these ladies because they are out there just sharing what they're passionate about and helping everybody. And I can't wait to hear their tips. So did you want to say anything else, Sam, or should we just jump into that?
No, I think that was great.
Okay. So does anybody want to go first? I know we didn't go over this. I'm sorry.
I'll go ahead and go first.
Okay, go ahead, Lisa.
This is Brooke. Sorry, I didn't say when I jumped in, but I just got on the call.
Go ahead, Brooke.
Okay, can you guys hear me okay? My service is kind of sketchy here.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So I kind of thought about this all day, and I hope these help you guys out a little bit. But my first tip is that coaches make mistakes. When I started, I thought, you know, all my coaches were just perfect and they didn't make any mistakes and they probably made all the sales that they wanted. But later on, I kind of found out that's not so much true. Everybody makes mistakes, even the coaches that are, you know, really successful. So I did something kind of funny this month. One of my cousins, I totally forgot, and I was just so busy inviting people. I forgot she was 8 months pregnant, and I invited her to start doing the 21-day fix. And I felt that was kind of, I don't know, I just totally forgot. So I felt kind of dumb about that, but I just played it off. And now she's going to buy a challenge pack from me when her baby's due. And then she's going to start getting in shape then. So if you think you make a mistake, just play it off and don't let your mistakes get you down. And if you do make mistakes, you're learning what not to do. So it's helping you either way. My second tip is before you start inviting people, develop a little bit of a relationship. If you add them and they start liking your stuff and commenting on it and things like that, that's a good sign. And then I would go ahead and start inviting them after a while, but don't do it right out of the gate because I've made the mistake of just adding someone and then inviting them, and they're thinking, wow, I just became Facebook friends with this lady, and I don't even know who she is, and she's trying to sell me something already. So try and make the relationship there. You know, you can talk about hobbies, you can talk about their kids, their work, etc., stuff like that they like to do to get to know them a little bit better. And when you do your invite after you're familiar with them, make it a little personal. Like if it's a friend, I always see, I can't believe how big your kids are getting. I hope you guys are doing well. I see you've been posting a little bit of recipes online or something about eating healthy. I thought you might be interested in my challenge group. So I say stuff like that and try and make it a little bit personal. And then my third tip is don't be afraid or nervous to add people. The worst thing they're going to do is just delete your friend request and not be your friend on Facebook. But I've been adding people that I don't know very well. We don't have that many mutual friends. And some people that I barely know or don't know at all will be the first people to comment on my photo or my transformation story. And then they'll be the first people that'll sign up for a challenge pack. But just because you don't think you know them well enough or something, they might be really interested in something like this, and you would never know if you would have added them. So the worst thing they can do is just deny your friend request, so that's not bad enough to not invite them. And then my fourth tip is, like, I received a few compliments, like at the grocery store from people I didn't know that well. But when you receive a compliment, tell them about the product. I've had people say, like, my husband's distant family or something that I barely know, they say, wow, you look great. You know, you look a lot better since last time I saw you. Then I go ahead and say, you know, I'm doing the 21-day fix, and I'm just eating a little bit cleaner, and I get to drink this really awesome shake every day that actually tastes really good. And then I just do a little bit of workout. And that's all I'm doing just to do this. So, and then I say, even if it's, when I'm telling a couple of my coaches, is even if it's like your grandma or somebody you know would never be interested in it, tell them, because they might know somebody who would be interested. I've had so many people, like my mom, she started doing this and she started telling her friends about it who don't have Facebook, or I would not really be able to communicate with them. My mom would say, you know, Terry wants to do it, or whoever, Susie Q, whoever wants to sign up on you, because they know that I've been doing it and I was talking to them. So even if you don't think the person you're telling would be interested, they might know somebody that would be interested. I think that's all I have. Yep, that's it.
Brooke, that was perfect. I have a bunch of notes here, and you are spot on with so many of those, and so many things that, like, even as being a coach who's been a coach for a year, like, oh yeah, I should be doing that. So thank you for the reminders. And you were so right about, you know, just like not worrying about adding to your network, and because you don't know who those new people are that you might add, and they're going to see your transformation story. And that's why it's okay to share your transformation story like several times, or to talk about your story several times, because you never know. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Those were so awesome tips. I loved all of them. And especially the first one where you say coaches make mistakes, and how you invited your cousin, I think you said, that was pregnant. There have been so many mistakes that I have made like that, because I'm not in the news feed a lot, so I don't see what's going on. And honestly, just saying sorry works great for, you know, just say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And everybody's like, oh, it's fine. So
yeah. And then and then she was like, well, you know, I'll hit you up after I have my baby. She's due in September, but I really want to get on track after that. So it kind of turned into something kind of funny between us. So yeah, that worked out well.
Awesome.
So thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. Okay.
You're welcome.
Does Lisa want to go next?
You ready for me?
Yes, we're ready.
Okay. I'm not sure if I have 10 minutes worth, but I would say probably the number one tip that I've learned so far, or the tip that I received the most response from, is sharing my own story. Posting about my journey physically and mentally, what I've gone through, what I've accomplished, what I've achieved, and how I've done it. That seems to be where I'm catching most people's attention. So I'm just continuing to post about little accomplishments. I'm trying not to overwhelm my news feed with Beachbody stuff, like you guys said. I'm trying to throw in other stuff here and there just about my family or work or whatever, so that I'm not coming across as being too aggressive about it. But that seems to be where I'm catching most people, is honestly just kind of telling them what I've been going through. And they say, be a product of the product. And I think that's the most powerful thing right there, is if I do it and I believe it and I love it and I share it, then obviously that's going to be contagious. Another thing that I've been doing is reading. I have all these great books. I have several that Catherine sent. I've got one that you sent, Ashley. And I think the reading materials that you guys promote and suggest that people read is so powerful and so enlightening. And it just does so much for your self-esteem that you can't help but be excited about helping other people. And another tip that I picked up actually from your mom, Ashley, is to friend request people on Facebook that, you know, you have 25 other mutual friends, but you don't necessarily know them personally. I've gotten a huge response that way, and that was unexpected to me. I never thought of doing that until your mom mentioned it the other night in a Facebook message. So that's been really nice too. I think I'm learning something different every day about kind of how to capture people's attention.
That is so awesome. And like, you basically just spurted out the 3 vital behaviors as your tips, and that's why they are the 3 vital behaviors. And sharing is the number one thing. If you're not sharing and you're inviting, people are not going to connect with the 2. So you have to be using the products, you have to be sharing. And the personal development, that is so huge, because that gives you the confidence to be able to talk to people, even if you still feel confident with what you're doing, but the more personal development you do, the better. And I think those are great. And the friend request, yes, it took me 2.5 years to start friend requesting people. Don't let it take you guys that long. And I still have random people that are coming up from my high school that I haven't even friend requested yet. So yeah, just, get over the fear and hit the button. And if they say no, they say no. Thank you so much for sharing. Did you have more?
Awesome, Lisa. Way to go, girl. Love you.
Thanks. Thank you. Hey.
All right. Thank you so much. So Ashley is up next, and I believe this was your first month as a coach.
Yes.
And I was so privileged to meet her at Super Saturday last month, and she sat with us. Okay, go ahead.
I actually, Super Saturday, I think, totally gave me like the encouragement to like go and talk to people about it, because I was brand new. So I think the reason why I was successful last month was I had just become a coach and was talking about it, and I'd been talking about the 21-day fix for months and been posting about things, and so I think people were intrigued, and like I have 7 people in my challenge group right now, and like 6 of them all know each other. So it's clearly like kind of networking and just talking to everyone about what you're doing. I kind of went a little different way than the other 2 ladies, but I feel like my tips are more on like the personal like development. I'm always watching like motivational videos or like watching random YouTube videos on about other coaches and their tips, and just taking notes and going back over them. What else? Also, like before, I had been in the challenge group, so I kind of had a good idea as to like what you needed to do by watching Sam. So I went through all of our files in our group things and just started reading those and saved a bunch of them to my phone. So it's easy to, when you have someone to talk to, it's easy to just grab that info right there, basically. What else? And then I think also kind of helping is adding like your fellow teammates, because it's kind of cool to see the other ways people, talk about their journey and, kind of advertise and get people interested. I think that's about it though. So personal development's key, I think.
Yes, those are awesome. Awesome. Oh, go ahead, Sam.
Oh, I was just going to say, I love that you guys all like essentially said the same thing, but you all said something different. And it just goes to show that like, you just got to find what works for you. But obviously Ashley and I could both agree that we love the fact that you're watching other coaches, not just watching what they're doing on their social media, but watching success leaves clues. And it's obvious that you've had success because you must be using those things that you are seeing and what you're learning from the videos. And then you're using systems, you're checking out what's in the file section, you're not recreating the wheel. That's awesome. thank you so much. Those were all great. All of you ladies, thank you so much for sharing all those. Oh, and like Ashley said, I don't without it being we didn't
I'm pretty sure.
tell you guys what to say. Just tell us what you think your biggest tips are, and then there's some extra things in there too.
Am I the only one that's cutting in and out?
I'm cutting out really bad. I didn't hear any of that. Sorry.
Sam, re-go real quick. What? You're good?
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
All right. Yes, I agree with what you were saying, Sam. Like, they said everything different but the same, which is cool because it's good to hear from different people's perspective. And the best thing that I got out of Ashley's, as a tip for everybody, is that her challenge group was run. She already understood what was happening. That's how we have to run our challenge groups. We have to show, what we're about, what we do, and the way that our community is. And the fact that she was already promoting the 21-Day Fix before she became a coach is probably why she was successful when she signed up. So that's what we have to run our challenge groups as, like, these are our future coaches. That's what we got to think when we're running them. They're not just people we're going to throw in a group because they got a challenge pack from us and we forget about them. Now I'm going to go off. That's a totally different tangent. But yes, all of your guys' tips are amazing. Like I said, Success Club is so important in your business. And when you make it a priority from the beginning, then it's just going to be something that happens. And since we have some extra time, I'll go a little bit into some of my tips and something that I have found from, this month. But last month I was kind of really struggling to hit Success Club. I'm not going to lie. I'll give you guys, I'm always honest with you. And I think it was because at the beginning of the month I kind of slacked. And this month I hit Success Club right away because at the end of the month I was, hustling to get that. But since I hit it right away, I'm able to take some time and be a little bit creative and do those things. So you guys must be, doing the daily do every day, following the calendar that we do. And I know this sounds like crazy, but let go of the Success Club points. Start helping people. Like Lisa said, share your story. Just give some people, some information. Don't look at people like they're a sale or they're a number, because as soon as you let go of that, it will come to you as long, as you're giving off. But I'm just so proud of all three of you for getting on the call tonight. And I want to let the rest of the team know that we are going to do this call every single month. So if you want to get on a call and you want to share your tips, then you guys have to get in Success Club every single month. And then we will pick the top Success Club earners to jump on and share their tips. Does anybody else have any questions or anything that they want to add to what was said tonight? No. Kat and I had to arm wrestle over high school people. You know what? That's another thing that kind of got brought up this week too, was you do kind of have to watch who you're following and who you're connecting with. You always must remember that everybody's going to connect with somebody different, and that's okay. I've had Sam sign people that I've known forever, or I have signed somebody that Sam knows, or, but you have to just be okay with that. Like, you have to change your mindset right away, thinking, you know what, we just probably didn't click, or that wasn't going to work that way, or whatever. But also be mindful when you are adding people on Facebook or friends or sending messages, and glance and see who their mutual friends are. If they have mutual friends that are coaches, honestly, I just leave them alone, because that's not where we want to go, and that's not how we want to run our business. we want to be doing it the right way, and that's definitely not the right way. If they don't like their coach and they come to you later, then that's one thing. But don't be, stepping on anybody's toes, for sure. And if you guys want to arm muscle, then we'll videotape that.
That is so funny. I know I just about died when Tab wrote that. I have to say,
any day.
what Lisa said was so true. Being proof of the product is so key. I mean, damn, Lisa, you've just done amazing. The last couple, 3 months that you've been in here, you've hit Success Club all 3 months. I mean, and just blown it out of the water. I'm so, so proud and just so excited for you, because you are showing everybody what it means to love yourself and to want to do something so, I don't know, what is the word? So epic for yourself, and you're showing that, and you're showing everybody what you can do, and everybody can do it because everyone matters, right? That's our motto. But I just wanted to say thank you, Lisa, for sharing your story, and your tips, because I'm blown away, and you've just done so amazing. And I love you, cuz.
I love you too. Thank you for all your help.
Hey, Lisa, I don't think everybody knows your entire story, and I know we only have 8 minutes left, but can you share a little bit of how far you have come since the beginning of the year? I put you on the
Yeah. I started on my own in the beginning of January, New Year's resolution and all that. And I was able to lose about 25 pounds on my own. And I just started walking about 4 miles a day and eating healthy. And I cut out the pop and I cut out the fast food, and I started drinking lots of water. And then I just kind of came to a plateau, and I got frustrated. And that was when I got in touch with Catherine, and she told me about, and she told me about Beachbody and started talking about kind of how far she'd come, both physically and mentally, with the program. So, I kind of jumped on board at that point, and then it's just been kind of a roller coaster ride ever since. And I'm up to 60 pounds down now. And I don't know. I feel like my whole life has changed, obviously for the better.
That is so
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing. I think that another thing that hit me when you were talking about your story is to remember that we need to share our story with not just the people on our Facebook, but within our team too, because that's something that you can have to share with other people. If you do run into people that you don't relate with, you can say, well, my friend Lisa, this is what she went through. And I really hope that the team that we're creating is like a family, because I want you guys to feel just you can come in and, just be you and share you. And if we can all have a different set of stories, then that's just even better. We can go out there and help way more people than we could if everyone's just quiet. So thank you so much for sharing your story. I'm going to cut this call now. And if you guys have anything else, speak up now.
I just wanted to add something for everybody, for extra little story kind of thing.
Yes.
I know Ashley knows about this. Catherine knows about it. I signed my mom last week. She's 5 days into the Tai Chang, because she doesn't have a lot of mobility. She has not had muscle spasms for the last 4 of the 5 days. She is doing her Shakeology, all that kind of stuff. She posted on Facebook today that after 5 days, she feels phenomenal. And somebody that she went to high school with reached out to her. She had a 45-minute conversation. The person's already checking out Beachbody and looking into challenge packs. So, and that's just one little blurb that she did on Facebook today.
That is
So it's doable for, like, if you have people say, well, I don't exercise, I can't do it. She's on disability. She can't lift more than 40 pounds, and she's doing it.
That is
Awesome.
amazing. That is so awesome. And yeah.
That is amazing, Tabitha. Thank you for sharing that. I mean, honestly, what you have gone through with your story has truly motivated, I don't know how many people. Honestly, you should tell your story a little bit because it's pretty damn amazing.
Okay, I don't want to go too long on it. I had major gut digestive issues back in February. Wound up in the hospital, and had multiple tests, everything from CAT scans to a lovely colonoscopy. I highly recommend them if you can. Did all that kind of fun stuff, and doctors kept, well, we're not sure, why don't we try this, why don't we try this, why don't we try this, and I finally got frustrated with being in pain. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. So I actually I reached out to my aunt, who is a nutritionist. She suggested a book that's all on clean eating and feeding your gut the proper nutrition, which I've also shared with Catherine. But it totally started me on my journey, eating properly. And then I realized, okay, if I'm losing the weight, I need to build up some muscle also to not just look like flabby, an empty skin kind of thing. So I reached out to Catherine because I knew she was doing Beachbody, and the rest is history.
That is so awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. So obviously Shakeology works well with your gut.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that, and thank you so much for everybody for getting on tonight. I will see you guys all on the boards.